Be seen, heard, and remembered. Next Media is your campaign partner. From TV to radio, digital to mobile, even influencer power. We get your message everywhere. Whether you're running for MP or local council, it's your time, your voice, your victory. Book your space now with us on 0761 001 890.
A very good morning to you and welcome to the Morning Breeze. This is the Media Roundtable. Comes to you every Friday as we get journalists in their perspective. Looking at the bigger stories of the week, it's been quite a hectic one. If we get to look at the presidential nomination forms, I think we now have a number up to 200. PFF has not PFF, Alliance for National Transformation, PPP, Ecological Party, DP, National Unity Platform, all of those have already picked presidential nomination forms for their would-be candidates, and we'll be getting to give you more details on who then now transitions into from aspirant to candidates, that is after they've been nominated. This very week, of course, the NRM is also still going on with their tribunal, disputes tribunal, which is looking at various petitions, some coming in favor, others dealing with issues of repetition of the polls. But also the National Resistance Movement did come through to give us what the official portrait would be. This is like one of a kind. They've not been doing this for a very long time. The official portrait of their presidential candidate together with their tagline. Each and every election, NRM normally comes up with a tagline. This time it is protecting the gains. I am still thinking about securing. Protecting the gains. I think we're transitioning from securing your future to protecting the gains. But also this very week as well, we've had a lot of conversation going on with regard to the proposed redevelopment of Nachivubo Channel. As the Lord Mayor says, the due process has not been followed for it to be given to investor, let's now call him investor, Ham himself, and yet the president also went ahead to release a letter, and many have said the country is not ruled on letters. Let's follow due procedure, whereas all of us would want to see something beautiful and a lot more. Uganda is signing a deputy deal with the United States, but we'll be getting time to try and scrutinize some of these conversations that have come through this particular week. Allow me to get to you, my panelists, and I'm super excited because, well, we're still in the spirit of Uganda Cranes winning the games and praying for them to even win others, because I think we have another game tomorrow, and I am delighted to see that part of my panel is donning that beautiful, beautiful jersey. I'll start with my immediate left here. I do have Alex at Heide, who is a senior journalist and now lecturing journalists as well, you know, producing the new generation of journalists, and he is in that beautiful jersey. Good morning, Alex, and how are you doing?
Good morning, Mildred. I'm doing fine, and thanks for having me today.
Pleasure. How do you feel donning that jersey, especially after the dying and resurrection episode?
I'm very proud donning this jersey. Today I'm putting in on the red version of it. I normally like the white,
Because it's...
Because when the Cranes plays in the white, they always win.
Oh,
but
really?
I've reserved it for tomorrow, which is game day.
I've never paid attention to the fact that when Cranes wears white, they win.
Also, you know, I watch a lot of football. And 70% of the football I watch the local games. I watch the local league. I can actually advise the coach on which players to pick in that team, and because I really understand how the local players.
Which is very great because there's so many people who pay attention to international
I have seen
sport.
that one of your panelists actually is the chairman of our local league.
I did see. I know why he kept doing this. He kept giving the thumbs up.
Yeah, he's the chairman. But the Cranes are doing well. They're in the quarterfinals, and tomorrow we shall be in the stadium in Nambole to support them, and we hope they will make
for the very best. We hope.
Stage,
yeah, we hope for the very best. My next panelist is Ahmed Katerega Msazi, not just a senior journalist, former, not very, very active now, but once a journalist, always one. But he's now into leadership. And of course, Mutambala is well represented right here, not as member of parliament, because for you, when you hear leaders, you're always thinking about members of parliament. Mr. Katerega, very good morning to you, and thank you for sparing time to be with us.
Good morning to you. And thank you for all the service you do, and the people of Butambala watch.
Definitely.
And for Ugandans, we should not be only patriotic during the when Cranes is having, when we are having like what is going on. It should be all the time.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. We will see whether we can keep that up. Angelo Izama Opiaya, I don't know why of all his names I love that particular title right there. He's a senior journalist and of course a trainer, because there is always a lot to learn from him every time you do interface. His home is closer to Bunyoro. Yes, yes. There is a lot of correlation between them and Bunyoro. He is also donning the beautiful, beautiful jersey. A very good morning to you, Angelo. And
good morning, Mildred.
What does it feel donning that, especially closer to the game tomorrow?
Very good. I actually have been spending a lot of time in Nambole. As you know, I am with one of the subcommittees for the local organizing committee.
Okay.
So we are there, and it's been a pleasure, really, not just, you know, providing a good experience for Ugandans. It's a big national event.
Yeah.
But also preparing for the next big tournament, which is in 2027. Yeah.
History being made right there, and we're praying for the boys, of course, as they go in tomorrow. The last game, people said they died and then resurrected.
I was there. It was a high tension game. Actually, my partner just reminded me to tell everyone that please don't desert the boys by leaving the stands before the game
because
ends.
many of them left in the maybe 80th minute or thereabout after the third score, and then they started hearing the cheers while they were out, and they couldn't be able to get back. That's very true. And of course, Arenito Rugendo, it's been a while. He's into science, he's into local sport, senior journalist, former, because he's not very active as well. But I think he's still active, more better than anyone else apart from myself who is in it. A very good morning to you, Mr. Arenito Rugendo.
Good morning, my sister and my fellow panelists. I'm happy to be back here. I got lost. I didn't know there are many changes.
Oh,
here.
Yes, definitely at the park. So many changes coming in.
So I think we're in a better studio, and congratulations. Yes, of course, I'm happy to be here. I'm not lost. You know where I am. You know what's keeping me onto the ground. But I'm almost done. I hope really this time around I'm going to be more active. Though, of course, I'm active a little bit around at Research Finds News, where we are translating complex research into easy-to-read news stories, and that's what I aim to push in the next 10 years.
Okay.
Otherwise, I join my colleagues, you know, to congratulate the Cranes so far where they have reached.
Yes.
You know, Alex has said it. I have been chairman of the Uganda Premier League since 2015. And I think you've not ever seen any altercation between the league and FUFA. It's because we've been there working very hard quietly to stabilize the league. So what you've seen is an actual reflection of the state of the league in this country.
Yes.
And I'm happy that the First Lady, after the death,
the dying and then the resurrection,
she summoned all of us to State House. She wanted to understand what exactly is wrong with the team, because in her thinking she said, I wonder whether they are even training. I was seeing people not, the energy was zero, everything. She really analyzed the game, and for me that was the best moments for me.
Yeah.
Because
seeing the
at that point,
effort,
yes,
and
at that point
in.
we were able as a league to articulate our issues, to explain why the players, because you know, players who are playing in Chan are actually players in our local league.
Yeah.
And why she thought they were not up to the mark at that point, but we were promising that things are going to improve along the way. However, we were able to explain the need, or to actually make the case for the state to now start focusing on the league.
Yeah.
Because it's been focusing on the national team, forgetting that the national team is a forest, and you cannot have a forest when you're not watering the nursery bed. The nursery bed of the national team is the Uganda Premier League. And most people didn't understand this, including the president himself was there, and Mama herself. They didn't understand this, but they were able now to get to understand. And I need to tell everyone here, the country, that at least we've been promised that we're going to have a meeting, a very serious meeting after this tournament, to discuss how the state can support the league.
Perfect.
Directly. And I think you're going to see vibrancy, and ahead of AFCON, as my brother is saying, I think you're going to see a more vibrant Cranes than ever before, because now the government is very interested in understanding how to support
the local
players right from the grassroots up to
and we totally welcome that, and also for the spirit of taking off the time and going to watch the games. It says a lot about leadership, because there is no way we can grow the game without the leadership being involved right there. But we'll be getting into that conversation later on. Let's talk the politics of the country currently, and the ruling National Resistance Movement officially did come through with unveiling their portrait, the presidential candidate's portrait, but also protecting the gains, which is going to be their catchword or their tagline or the phrase that they're going to be using during this period. And very interesting, as Ugandans have always been, the hashtag that they've decided to come up with in question of this particular catchword is "What Gains?"